and eventually, society reaches a stage where if the difference between the haves and the have-nots is so high, there has to be revolution. We've seen this with the French. We've seen this in so many other scenarios where if people are not taken along, and also because there is such polarity between the left and the right. I remember a professor at Stanford. He's a professor of finance, and he's originally Polish. And he told me an incredible story. His parents came to the US as immigrants. And he says, when I was growing up in the 60s, people were asked not to marry on uh, racial grounds or possibly religious grounds. So, somebody would say, hey, don't get married to another race or don't get married to XYZ religion and so on and so forth. He says, but today, nobody cares if you get married to another race or if you get married to another religion. But if you get married, to a Republican being a Democrat, or if a Republican, somebody in the Republican family wants to get married to a Democrat, that's war. So, this kind of polarity where people cannot sit down together and discuss things and have a conversation and disagree is is so telling and so dangerous for all of us. Unfortunately, we are at a stage where economic debt is too high in the US. So the reserve currency status of the US dollar is going to go down. We have extreme polarity. We have extreme divergence between the haves and the have-nots. And what comes next, I don't think sounds very pretty to me. And then on top of that, we have the external order being disrupted by China, where they have the cheapest energy on the planet with green energy, which Washington calls woke.